Well, what's up, internet? So, picked up my crystals from the field. I think they look brighter, poppier. Yeah. So, I mean, full moon. The full moon mysticism around crystals has to be fake. Because ancient peoples thought the moon was like its own thing. This idea that the moon is reflecting light from the sun was like, had to be discovered. And then why not just put them in the sun? If you put them in the sun, like these white ones are pink actually. When I got them, they were pink. And they turn white in the sun because whatever. So, yeah. I went out there and buried my puck. That was good. Oh, yeah. I got the molds for the tags. I was going to put like stuff like this, like make little tags with my stamps. And I was going to hang them up, but I got the wrong silicone mold. I just threw it in the fire. I think you can burn silicone because I got the wrong mold. These molds are completely opaque because epoxy is sensitive to light. So light doesn't travel through this. And so I can't use the UV. So I have new molds coming for the same concept, just with clear silicone so I can cure it. No matter what I did, using translucent paper, I couldn't fully cure the bottom. I have to like get the actual thing all the way up it. So yeah, it was pretty annoying. But yeah, I have new molds coming that'll be a lot better. They're like for bookmarks. Yeah, it's gonna be way better. So yeah, that's the vlog. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm cooking right now, cooking early. I'm going to move to get into the shade. This one has gotten looser. This one has like a full bead's length of space now. And it's like they get looser. My arm pieces have not gotten looser, which to me is really weird because those are the tight ones. The ones around my neck have all gotten looser, right? Even the wood one has gotten looser. Like, what the fuck? That thing is loose. Why would it be stretching out? It makes no sense. So I don't know what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I told Chef Bubbly and I were born the same day. Chef Bubbly and Chef are both named Christopher. I'm named Christopher. I haven't told him that yet. It's like a secret. He's already proven he's fond of me, so I'm going to keep it. Yeah, I was glad I bought him Crimson Desert. I gave him a challenge. He's like, remembered the exact days, 9 days ago. And it was like, I was like, okay, if you beat the boss first time, this time, you're going to get Crimson Desert. And he failed and he died. And then I was like, okay, the last day before it released, I was like, this is your chance. He said he hadn't bought it yet. And I was like, all right, this is your chance. I got him the deluxe edition. So, yeah, it was $86. But way better than giving him gifts on TikTok. I don't give them any big gifts on TikTok because TikTok takes too big of a cut. I'd rather just give it to him directly. But yeah, his name is Christopher. So yeah, I had just gotten paid too, and like I have an issue because I have this old like rental scam that's a huge problem, and so it's like instead of getting like a lawyer to fight them, which would be like a horrible, costly legal battle. And I believe in the corruption of the system. I don't even think I could win doing it legit legally because it's like, they're just so tainted. It would be like the lawyer would want too much money to defend me. I'm too nice, man. I do too many things to people for free. I just know how it is. So my other option, because I'm judgment proof, is to just never accumulate in too much money, which I'm technically allowed to do. So I'm totally fine giving a gift to my friend. It's not like it's money I've lost. You know, it's not like I'm giving money to my friend to hold, so I don't look as rich, but it is like, um, it's, I didn't buy a game. You know, I bought him a game I don't have. I don't own Crimson Desert. Um, Allegedly, you can play it on the Steam Deck, which is pretty cool. I might look into that, getting the Steam Deck to play. Yeah. I've looked into getting a PC for in here, and it's just impossible. It's like the amount of power it would require and the batteries, I would have to totally, that's kind of what I'm doing now, right? I've got like a bow and arrow in here, because I'm a Sagittarius. And so I was thinking about looking out at this corner. I was like, I'm going to leave my bows and arrows right out there. Just hide them and let whoever finds them find them. And they're good. They work. Got all the parts, shoots, got all the arrows. It's just, that's a lot of space. You know, that's space in my car I don't need. So I've got a bag of paints. Same thing. I'm going to try to get rid of that. And if I actually get down to it where I've like lost stuff, you know, I've slowly given it all away. I bought all these tools. They've helped a few times, but yeah, I bought all these tools to do all this shit on my car myself and then just took it to the fucking shop. Yeah, I got these tools to like change the motor mounts, and which you need quite a lot. There's like, you need like a different type of tool from start, like an extender, torque wrench. You know, you need to get, you know, the right bolts. So you need the right adapters. And so all that shit together, and then a jack. Unfortunately, the car already had a jack. I didn't realize that. So, yeah. Yeah, I open my back windows and I sleep there. And it's pretty comfy. It's pretty comfy. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's, you know, showering once a week, and then I did fresh bedding. So, um, it's pretty comfy. But yeah, my tag game that I was going to do, I was going to make all these tags. I've got to wait because it's like the front came out pretty good. I can show you one. Please don't break. Please don't break. Okay. We got these things, and then this is the tag. So you can kind of, it's kind of difficult to see. I'm definitely going to upgrade to the white one. And it's perfect because it's still visible. It's like obscured. It's a real subliminal. You can actually read it. It's just you have to catch it in the right angle. So it's like exactly the principle behind a Tibetan prayer flag. But unfortunately, like the back got all messed up because of it just didn't cure right. Couldn't even like putting it in the sun for a long time. It couldn't cure right. So yeah, I'm going with a different style, and it should be a little smaller too. It should be a lot smaller too. But yeah, I kind of like, you know, dangling it in the light and all that stuff. I don't care if it's legal or not. Let me tell you what, I've been living long enough. Literally, when you get to a certain age, the cops will tell you, you're too old. I don't need to fucking tell you what to do. You've got to like hurt. You've got to hurt somebody and be like a major nuisance for them to care. And yeah, if you're just like minding your business, nobody's ever going to give a fuck. So I got tickets in Los Angeles I never paid. I just waited them out and they went away. So yeah. Yeah. If a loan shark ever comes after you, you have to deny the loan, right? You have to deny and dispute it. If you agree the loan is a problem, then you're fucked. You have to say, no, it's not mine. I didn't do that. They're lying. I don't owe you that. I'll never pay you. I told them I'm judgment proof. Yeah, that I get income from a type and variety where I don't, it's not, what do you call it? Fundable on the whatever. But yeah. Anyway. Um, yeah, I was thinking about trying to do like a beard thing like that. I don't know if I look good with that. Maybe I do look good with the big wild beard. Last year, during winter, I was planning on cutting all my hair and leaving it for the birds. Um, I saw them taking bird feathers off a corpse. The chipmunks. The chipmunks will totally find a bird corpse and strip it for bedding. They get the down from the belly. Yeah. Use that to insulate their nest. So, yeah, they sleep all winter. those chipmunks, they'll go away and be gone all winter. So yeah, I'm gonna be here till supplies run out. I don't see steam off my pot yet. So yeah, it'd be lucky to get the fire to run out. Yeah, I'm gonna bust these eggs. Man, I had an egg fart. Digestion's so interesting. I've farted, like earlier and then recently, but I had one fart there that was like pure egg. I had an egg yesterday. The eggiest smell, and it's like fucking sulfur bomb. Yeah, eggs explode in fire. If you put an egg in a campfire, I've had people call me a liar, but I've seen it. I just know it does that. And it cooks it black. The egg will actually burst like a pang, and it'll leave a crater. Yeah, it won't be like it'll be like a legit no shells anywhere, completely gone. It's just like, yeah, after the egg turns black, it just like poof, and it's just out of there. Like I put it in the sand next to a fire, right? Not even in the burn, just like on the ground, and it just like made a fucking crater. So yeah, eggs are explosive. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So yeah, what are my plans today? Um, well, I felt really, really, really good burying that puck. Immediately after I did that, I was like, I want to do that again. So I'm thinking about gathering together another scroll, um, except this time doing like getting one of my jars and filling it with resin, like on every level. Do something different. Ooh, I've got another jar I've got to bury. The ground is still wet. I've got to do that probably today. I should go for another walk, maybe this afternoon. Head up past this area and find something nondescript and freaking bury it. Yeah. Maybe I'll find like a muddy patch, something that's nothing's growing, so I can have free license to dig as deep as I want. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go bury another jar. So we've got to do that. We've got to do that. Yeah. I wear gloves when I use that shovel. They put this anti-fouling, anti-rust stuff on it, and it just stinks. It's like, it's the worst smell, and so I'm like, I always get neoprene gloves on when I wear it, just so I don't, it's not freaking annoying. But yeah. No, I have a pretty good distribution network. I pretty much never put jars in the same area. It'll be, well, they are in the same area, just like not close to each other. They're all spread out. So I think if I ever got famous for like my ideas or my art, then they'd be pretty valuable as a collectible, because they're all like signature me, right? They have my hair in them, I don't think people would like doubt it, but yeah. And then whenever I go to a brand new area, I'm like, time to find a spot for the jar. And I've gotten some cool ones. I bought some walking sticks I haven't used yet, because maybe that's what I could do. Maybe I could get these walking sticks together and no, I don't have the right shoes. Yeah, these shoes collect dirt. Unfortunately, it's like an open shoed Croc I use. I use it for showering. So, hey, no boil yet. As soon as the water starts boiling, I'm gonna put some eggs in there, and then yeah, crack them and pour them in. Egg drop soup. Let it go for a while. I always pour the soup water out when I'm done making, like, I make pasta a lot. Um, I would be interested in something more efficient than pasta. Like, um, I'm not sure what that would be. Pasta costs water. That's the thing that pasta is like not efficient with, is it costs water. So I could take the water and pour it into this copper container I have. That would be a good idea. I haven't done that yet. Yeah, save all the water by putting it in something like that. And then use all my soup water to cook again. But what I really do is I just pour it out at the base of a tree. I'm like, okay, well, this tree is getting a snack today. You know, whenever it rains, that all those nutrients will go right into the soil, and it's going to have some. The only luckier tree has like a corpse at its base, right? Something died right there. And that's like the only tree that's going to have it better. I'd say like order is like soup water, pretty higher, a corpse, and then like poo. Like digging a hole under a tree and pooing in its root ball. There's not too many toxins in poo. Not really. It's just stuff that you haven't used, right? It's like the mass fiber and stuff. So for a tree though, that might be rich. They use a lot of like poo and fertilizer. So that might be good stuff. Yeah, I like the forest. I mean, like places like this, I've seen 3 groups of people since I've been here. I've been here not quite 2 weeks. I've been here like a week and a day. I've seen 3 groups of people since 4. 4. There was another one in a hang glider. I've seen them since I've been out here, but it's not common. Like natural forest terrain is not like Yosemite is, but for the most part, yeah, people want like big ticket stuff. I mean, going to Yosemite with your kids would be so much fun. Yeah, being successful would be awesome. It really like hurt me and broke my heart to live the life that I lived because, you know, I knew from circumcision who they were. I was like, these are monster pedophiles. You know how people eat steak arrogantly and like brag or like shove it in the face of people who don't eat meat? That's exactly how the pedophiles are, is that they just shove it in your face and they don't care. They like it, you know, and they don't really like, they're not good or commendable people at all. And so that's what runs the world. And so, yeah, I knew that as a kid that that's what it was going on because of how my parents acted, what they talked about, their religion, just knowing others. I was like, yeah, it's what it is. So early on, I swore to never have kids, and it hurt. It hurt. Not having kids and not having a family really does feel like you want to die. You want to die. You're just like, life is pointless. So it's pretty sad. And I think going and having kids is also bad because then you're giving the fucking pedo gov more slaves to abuse. And so I think that's a problem too. So, yeah. I know the government's not going to let people hear about what I have to say. I just know it. I just know it. You know. You can pay for views on youtube.com. Yeah, youtube.com has a portal. They'll show you where it is. When I first started making content on this account, they showed me where it was. So like go to here, official partners, and it's the actual website is youtube.com, right? And I copy pasted the URL into Google and I was like, is this website legit? And they're like, yes, that is actually the real youtube.com. And so I'm like, okay, so yeah, people pay for views, yeah. And at a certain level, you get AI fan pages, and it's totally fake. It's totally fake. It's totally like tit for tat. Like YouTube claims their profits come from Google ads, but their profits come from like a lot of other shit. So yeah, I found that a few times. Like I was talking about how the AFK journey sales plummeted, and I found out that it's just because third-party websites sell the same thing, and that you can buy AFK Journey products for a lot cheaper by buying through these third-party websites, and so that's why their sales dropped. And so it's like if they would give you a portal, hey, buy here, and if there's an option to buy through a third-party seller for a lot cheaper, like what other secrets are there? There's infinite secrets. Like, I tried saying online once that I was a pedo just to see what happened. And it wasn't like Chris Hansen. It wasn't like that at all. It was like a secret portal where like it was like being invited into a community. And immediately when I found that out, I told everyone. I was like, oh, they are pedos. You know, they are fucking fake. So they act like they're, I mean, the reason pedophilia is illegal is not because it's wrong. I think it is, but it's not because it's wrong. It's because they don't want you to touch their product. Is that they don't want you to spoil what they enjoy. That's for them, right? And if you and they get jealous and greedy over it, so they make it illegal, right? It's like insider trading is illegal, except when all the politicians do it, and then no one will ever. How is this going to change? The freaking politicians are elected by money. You need to require money to be elected, and the politicians do favors for people with money. The legal people are hired by the politicians. The elected representatives. See, here's the thing: you should go to super democracy. You should go to voting. Yeah, it was safe for me to claim I was a P word because there's no proof. It'd be like, well, who's your victims? You know, it's like, do you have any porn? It'd be like, no, I'm actually not a pedo, but I wanted to see what would happen. And it wasn't like, gotcha. It was like, welcome to paradise. And I was like, okay, I don't think that's paradise. Because these are people whose lives you're ruining, is that you're making a victim where that person's never going to have a normal life. They're just used, right? Like a cow, right? They talk about like steak nirvana, steak zen. Oh yeah, you killed and cut an animal up. You eviscerated it with knives, and then we talk about how it's a great time, right? So it's that sort of like darkness of duality that these people exhibit, and yeah, it's the same thing with the PDF thing. But yeah, the politicians hire the legal prosecutors. The people who are in judicial positions are created by the people who were appointed by the money off. And so it's completely done. Yeah, the system is completely done. It needs replacement. That's why I made holographic money in the AI Spaceship Core. Were two plans that were better than the way they did it now. And I think that's going to stay true. I think that's true, and I think that's going to stay true. And gosh, I hope it works out. I do hope it works out. It's a little bit very bad. That's what I would call it. I'd call it a little bit very bad. It's no steam yet on this fucking pot. I think I have it on low. Yeah, the moment steam's coming out, I gotta put eggs in it. One of my eggs were broken. Yeah. That egg fart and pure fucking sulfur. Yeah, you shouldn't be a pedo. You shouldn't be a pedo. Kids need to grow up and have like, the whole sex thing is about mating. And so if you're having sex without the purpose of reproduction, then that means it's about parasites. That means it's about breeding parasites. Yeah. What's his name? Marcus Aurelius was complaining about pedophiles. They killed his kids, and he's like, those pedophiles are up to something. I remember reading that in like Meditations or something. Yeah. Yeah, the government would pretend to look for pedophiles to circumcise baby boys. That's how crazy they are, right? They told themselves that they are preventing. I've heard this from people that circumcision prevents pedophilia. It's like attacking a baby boy's privates is going to make him not a monster. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it works that way. But they'll say anything. They'll say anything. Like, it's really healthy to like watch the lies of a caught criminal. Is that when a criminal is caught, they are they put it up pretty thick. Some of them are cool, and they're like, when they know they're caught, they're like, ah, yeah, you got me, you know. But other ones are like, put it on thick. Like, there's lots of people who are like, tons of evidence they did it, and they denied it till they died. You know, it's like their last breath was, I'm an innocent man, you know, even though they definitely weren't. So yeah. sad. It is sad. You know, it comes back to like why are our bodies hurtable? You know, it's the eat world, the up and down, the growth and death. I mean, that duality is like, it's a nightmare. It brings out all sorts of insanity. I think the pedo thing is partially caused by people getting old. You know, it's like when you're so old, no one will fuck you anymore. And then a part of you, like some people break easy where they go like, I guess it's over, you know. And other people break hard where it's like, they break bad where they go, all right, well, I'm fucking you whether you like it or not. Right. And that really like, that really seems to be it. So that's why I designed the eternal pleasure body. I was like, if they like themselves and feel good and they look young forever, then it should actually help alleviate the pedo bullshit, because you're not going to have rich old men turning into predators. And it's really tough for women to rape. It's possible, but it's tough. It's a lot easier when you have the dick. And oh, there's a drip. I saw a drip. All right, it's time to add the eggs. Well, that's enough for this vlog. It's a serious subject. I know I have no views. I think that's a part of just the way the YouTube filters it, is that if you pay them, you get really high views. And if you don't pay them, like I've seen them turn my likes down. Like I would go to a video and I'm like, wow, I got 18 likes on that. And then it's like later on, it's like 14 likes. And I'm like, what happened? And literally YouTube's answer was those likes were unrealistic. And I'm like, okay, so if I pay you, I get infinite free likes. And if I don't pay you, I don't get any. I'm like, okay. So I would be fine paying for storage. But just like this idea that it's like, oh, you went viral, you appealed to the algorithm. Yeah, the algorithm has a giant parentheses for like money in, and that'll definitely increase your value. You can just like fucking pay and you'll spike. And if you don't pay, it's shh. Anyway, I do have to go. I have to tend to this food. Thanks for listening. Pretty serious subject.